X. Let's go. Come on. There we go. Finally. All right. Well, today I showed you how to backflip. I sanded. Hopefully we'll do something a little more constructive this evening. I have my lead outs ready to wrap. And there's about, I don't know, 2 foot extra, maybe a foot and a half, 18 inches or so sticking out here. Well, obviously we're not going to carry around all that, so you're going to need some materials. Looks like we're hanging up. So I've got these eyelets. What the heck's going on with this thing? Why is it so choppy? And copper wire. Boy, things are really getting bad. I don't understand what's going on with this. It looks like we're not putting out enough video, or maybe this stupid computer's updating again. I hate it when it does that. Let me see what's up here. Let me check the stream here, see what's going on. I'm gonna have to shut something off, it looks like. Oh, I know what it is. I'm gonna correct this. Yeah, it looks like I do. There we go. We got it straightened out now. I forgot I was running through a VPN, and it doesn't like that. So what I do is I get some shrink wrap. I have red for the downline and black for the upline, and I've already cut them into about 1 inch long. You want some fine copper wire. Are we streaming still, or do I need to start this over? We're streaming. Okay. There's a guy, I can't remember his name, Melvin Schutte, who comes to the Nats, and he has all this little trinkets, copper wire, outlets, lead out, clips, so on and so forth. Really good stuff, and it's cheap, So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to peel off. I do have a Jim Lee. No, we didn't. Not yet, David. Anyway, we're going to take off about, I'd say, 2.5 feet. Trust the plan. We'll cut that off. And the first one I'm going to do is I will do the downside first. Now, when you're sighting this in, you got to make sure that you're going to leave enough lead out sticking out that when it's finished, it doesn't hit the wing. So we're going to lead it out. We're going to come out about 4 inches. Okay, I set them at 0. And we're going to get out the eyelet. Oh, come on. So tiny, this stupid stuff. I'll try to keep this as short as possible, how to wrap these lead outs if I can ever get it open. I'll just tear it open. I'll put it back in the box here. I'm going to show you some, this also comes from Melvin Shooty, is these line clips. If you're using the old slider line clips, don't, because they come apart. You either use the scissor line clips, or the Hello Kitty line clips. Anyway, so we're going to get one of these eyelets out of this. I can't even get them out of here. Seems like every time I do a live stream, something screws up. Okay. Two little eyelets. I've shown this before. This is an AMA legal line wrap. And God forbid, if you ever have an accident, you better make sure all your equipment's up to the rule books. So we're going to get a little bit of CA. CA helps. Let's see, where's the facet? And I said 4 inches, so we're going to come out here and make a loop. 4 inches out. I'm going to check that to make sure that 4 inches is enough. And I don't like carrying around any more material than I have to, so we're going to go 3.5. We'll get the first one started here. Okay. All right. I'm going to take this eyelet here. Going to hold it there like so, and I'm going to put a drop of CA on the eyelet. Just to hold the stupid thing so it doesn't spring off and fly across the room. Probably should use some kicker on it. And the CA ain't gonna work tonight, it's old stuff. I gotta do it the old-fashioned way. Okay. Take your wire, leave about 1 inch sticking out, and get a wrap on it so we can get it. You know what, I'm gonna, because the CA won't hold it, I'll just leave this aside for a second. We'll get the wrap started on this. And I like to wrap my lead outs neatly. I mean, you don't have to. It just makes it look for more professional model. You do everything as neat as possible. So try to keep the line, you know, keep the wrap tight. You know what I forgot? I'm getting ahead of myself. Every time I do a video, I get ahead of myself. Good thing I caught it. This is the down side, so this is the red side. We gotta put the heat shrink on there. Otherwise it's hard to go over the eyelet. Making sure there's enough there. This is a long pull. Big throw bell crank. Yeah, stick that back through. That'll hold it so I can wrap it anyway, get it started. Leave about an inch sticking out from the end of the loop, and start wrapping it up tight. We'll put the eyelet in and then close it up. But I need to get it started. I sure hope you guys enjoy the Saturday at John's series. With his kitchen project not finished, it's kind of hard to do anything over there because the garage is filled with kitchen equipment, refrigerator stuff. So he'll soon be done. We get back to regular programming. You know, life goes on. Now, there's not any certain amount of number of wraps you got to do on this. There's a certain distance that you have to do. Okay, so we got it started. We'll take the eyelet in there and stick it in and tighten it up. And it does make it, I mean, this is difficult to do sometimes. It's such fine wire. Do not ever solder this connection. It will break. Some guys use epoxy on them. I just use heat shrink to make them look clean. Plus it gives me a reminder of which is down and which is up. Of course, I leave a line clip on the down line when I take my lines off, so you can't screw it up. You want a handle and a set of lines for each airplane. You don't want to be swapping lines and handles back and forth from airplane to airplane. First thing is, if you do that, if you have a separate line set and a separate handle for each airplane, the level flight is already adjusted for you. You don't have to, when you put the lines on, have to adjust the handle. So keep wrapping. I should have had more than 2 foot, it looks like, maybe. Keep tightening up the winds so that they're nice and neat and they look like that. You know, I don't know how many of you guys I see some work at the field that's really questionable. If you know what I mean. And I think it is because most people just don't know. And that's why I show sanding, painting, these little tricks here. Okay, you want about 3/4 of an inch. I'm not going to measure it. I've been doing it long enough, or just do it by eye. I'm going to pull this out. Let me see if I can pull this out here and tuck it back through. Got it. Okay, you want to bring this around and bring it up tight. Come on now. And force it down. Then we're going to wrap back the other way towards the eyelet. We were going away from the eyelet. Now we're going towards the eyelet. 5 viewers, 3 likes. Like, subscribe, share the videos. Super chats help. I'm hoping it's yeah, it's monetized. I'm going to go ahead and cut this off so that I can wrap it quickly. But I'll cut it off long and then clean it up as I come back. I have these Nipex compound pliers. You can cut piano wire with this set of pliers. So now wrap neatly back towards the eyelet. You'll notice here I've left this too long, so before I get any closer to the end, so I'll have a hard time. I'm going to cut this back 1/4 of an inch, making sure not to cut my copper wire. I'll cut piano wire, but I don't like this. I don't like this braided line. It mushes out. There it is. So fine. Okay, we got it. Keep wrapping. All this stuff, all this modeling stuff that I show, there's nothing difficult about it. I still need to cut some more off. It just takes a lot of time. But we'd rather be cutting and not having to add, because if we had to add, we'd have to take the airplane apart. These little wires will no doubt go in my foot, because hopefully I can vacuum them up. Hell of a thing to be doing on a Saturday night. Of course, the whole country's in lockdown, and it's going to get worse. Be careful what you wish for. Come on. I'll try these. Cut these little hairy wires off. There we go. Okay, Keep wrapping. Pull it as tight as you can. And the finishing knot is real simple. You just twist the two wires together and bend it back on itself and cover it up with heat shrink and hit it with the monocoat gun. So you got two wires sticking out here now. Just twist them together. Leave about, I don't know, 3/8 of an inch sticking out. Cut those off. Fold it back on itself. Slide your heat shrink up there. Now I could have got away, these are small eyelets, I could have got away with sliding it down afterwards. Let me see if I can find the monocoat gun. I knew where it used to be. I kind of moved everything around. Oh, I see it. There. This the good one or the crappy one? I think this is the crappy one. You can be a hillbilly and use a lighter, but I wouldn't. Because they tend to leave black marks. So that's the downside. And of course, the upside is exactly the same. I try to make my lead outs equal. If you don't like them equal, you can do as you like. So let's, let me see if this will go over the top of that. Yeah, it will. Okay, so I don't have to monkey with the heat shrink. Okay, pull it out till it's level. Find where the loop's going to be. Bend it over. Let's get a piece of wire ready to go. I think we're going to give a little more wire. And I had last time because I kind of ran a little short. We got anybody watching this thing? It don't look like it, but that's alright. Somebody will watch it in playback. There it goes. Pretty close. Yeah, I want to go this way, overhand. So basically it's just the same thing I just did. It's not a mystery. None of this shit is. I think we'll cut this video short at 30 minutes because 30 minutes of doing the same thing over and over again is a little much. And instead of talking, I can pay attention to what I'm doing. So we've tightened the hangman's noose up. Level, pretty close. Yep. Put the eyelet in there, tighten it up. And they tend to spring back on you. Anybody watching this, let me know in the chat box. These live streams are very hard to do without feedback. I don't know if you can hear me. I don't know if it's interesting. You're probably pretty tired of seeing me work on this airplane, but trust me, when this thing's done, it's going to be sweet. Okay, Alexander, no problem. As long as somebody's watching, I'll keep doing them. We can talk about something else, or I can just end the video at the end of this lead out. It's all up to you guys. What I need to do is a live stream like the Hangouts for a Q&A. At least for my supporters, my members. Okay. So you see how nice that looks? I mean, it's nice and neat. It's not that hard. You just take your time and do it right. We're going to cut this wire the first time at the right length instead of doing it a couple of times. I hate doing shit over. Okay, 3/4 of an inch. Take the wire, bend it back over towards the eyelet. And this knot will never come out. You can ask anybody who's pulled my airplane. I have no fear of breaking lead outs or pulling bell cranks out. I'll jerk them right off the ground. Okay. Mo better. So you want it to come back to the bottom side of the eyelet. So now we got to get it started again. Going back. And it's kind of a trick to get it going back because it wants to spring off. But once you get it started, you can wrap it pretty quick that way then. There we go. Neatness counts. At least it does with me. Take pride in your workmanship. There's you know, this is kind of a dying art. This is kind of like tying flies for fishing. And that's what building a control line stunt plane is to me. It's art. And that's another reason I believe that appearance points should be at least worth one maneuver. 40 points. Okay, all the way to the end. I'll take these and turn them over each other. Snip it back about 3/8 of an inch, cut the wires off. Shit, my airplane just got an ounce lighter. Take the heat shrink, slide it over. There it is. Okay, that's it. Let's see how close we got the lead out to They're the same length. I got a little bit of down in it, which is fine. I missed by about 1/8 of an inch, but that's okay. We can live with that. I can't live with 1 inch. So that's kind of the wrap on them. Any questions? As you saw today, I worked on the cowl, the wheel pants or wheel skirts or doors or whatever you want to call them, which are down here. And they're smooth as a baby's butt. I'm thinking about, if I can find my other wheel, I might swap these out for these wheels here. These are a little heavier, but they're so much more classy. I think I need a new set of tires, which you can buy from Max Products. Oh, I found some old pictures of airplanes. Let's see if I can pull them out here. Maybe now I don't know where they are. All I see is one, and you're not interested. This doesn't show much. This is my Viper that it's an I-beam wing. It's got an OS FP40 on a pipe in it. That was a sweet combination. That worked really good. Of course, I did a lot of weird stuff back in the 90s. Like I said, I did the OS 32F on a pipe. I did the FP40 on a pipe. Of course, I had the VF 46s. And, you know, just a lot of weird stuff. I got a header for Super Tiger 60 that's side to rear, but there's no need for it because the Super Tiger 60, and especially now I got the Brian Gardner ABC liners in them, there is absolutely no need for a pipe on them because they run a consistent engine speed the whole way through. Slobbering 4 or 2.2, I don't go for the 2.4 brake. You can ask Charles on the video chat hangout how my motors run. They're just as smooth and consistent as you possibly can be. And that's all from doing the same thing over and over and over, exactly the same. So I do have a set of wheels here. Let's swap them out. Let's weigh them. That's what we need to do. Weigh them. That's the most important part. The weight. These are nice looking, but you know, if I'm going to give up too much on weight, we'll forego that. You can tell I'm a mad scientist by the looks of my workbench here. I haven't cleaned it up in a while. I need to go through this house. I'll probably do that tomorrow and strip it. It's only one little room. Strip it out and clean it up. Oh, I wanted to weigh these. Scale. But the thing is, you know, form over fashion or whatever. This airplane's not going to be as light as I want it anyway, so 0.3. 0.2. Let's go. Let's see the difference in grams. That's 8 grams. That's 10 grams. So I'm going to give up 4 grams. I guess that's the way it goes. 4 grams. Because I like these wheels a lot better. Another trick on your wheel collars is they come with a set screw in them, and those set screws are so tiny, but it is a 440 thread, so just take a steel 440 1/4 inch. Of course, I haven't trimmed this one off yet, but put a 440 bolt in it, and then you can use a regular ball driver, 3/32 ball driver, to tighten them up instead of trying to use those crappy little Allen wrenches. And I'll cut that probably in half. I'll cut it an 1/8 inch long. So now I got the good looking wheels on. We're getting closer, so I'm getting jazzed. I'd like to get it in paint as soon as possible. Hopefully next weekend over at John's we'll get a coat of white on it. Then I'll come back here and spend a week laying out the trim. And then I'll spend 2 minutes on Saturday spraying. It'll be and that's it. And then come back here and do some of the detail work, the inking and so on and so forth. It'll be a trip. Anyway, thanks for watching. That's how you wrap a set of lead outs. End up with professional results. You can't hardly beat that. And until I see you again, fair winds, tight lines. See ya.